Hello, this is Andrew Balent. I write a lot of music, particularly for younger bands. I've had a long career doing that. And I want to talk about the people that I feel are important writing for young bands, and some of which have been very influential for me. When I talk about young bands, I'm talking about grades 1, grades 2, and grades 2.5, which would be used for middle schools and elementary schools, beginners. When I was in a high school band shortly after World War II, much of the music was written by Paul Yoder, Forrest Bucktel, and Fred Weber. These were important writers at that time, particularly Paul, who wrote music on all levels. And I got to know Paul in his later years, and I was very happy to meet such an important person. When I started teaching in 1956, much of the young band music, the ones that I really used, was by John Kinyon, James Ployer, Frank Erickson, and Lloyd Conley. These were very fine writers at that level and really influenced my writing as I got into doing it more and more. John in particular, John Kinyon, was very important because he changed the instrumentation for the younger groups. Before he came along, the instrumentation for all groups was a full band like you would have in grades 4 or 5. You'd have 3 trombone parts, 3 or 4 horn parts, 3 trumpet parts, and so forth. Well, John, when he started his mini-score series, changed all that by just having two clarinet parts, 1 alto sax, 2 trumpets, and a low brass or low instruments playing the bass line. This was a real breakthrough, and it was emulated by all the people that followed him. When I started being published in the early 70s, my contemporaries were John Edmondson, James Swearingen, John O'Reilly, Jerry Nowak, to name a few. These are people that did quite well at this level, but they also wrote music for more advanced groups. But my contemporaries were the ones I just mentioned. The next generation came along, and the composers for this level were Quincy Hilliard, Mark Williams, Larry Clark, Joseph Campello, who do a wonderful job at this level. And of course, also write for more advanced things. There are many great young band writers now. I can't really mention them because I haven't been teaching for a number of years and haven't kept up with it, but the tradition continues. And I've mentioned the ones that I feel are important and have influenced me in my writing.